Shocking the public, new facts about the reason why BTS's Taehyung did not return to Korea with Jungkook and other members have finally been revealed. A big question arises. Why would a member as popular as Taehyung choose to remain in Los Angeles, while Jungkook and the others have already returned to their homeland? Is there something deliberately hidden from the public? Or is there an unexpected factor that drastically changed their return plans? Speculation grew further after shocking news came from Dodger Stadium, the place where BTS once became the spotlight. Jimin, one of the oldest members, was reported to have suffered a hand injury while throwing the ceremonial first pitch there. The injury was not classified as serious, but enough to create tension and raise serious questions. Did Jin's condition influence Taehyung's decision to remain in Los Angeles? How could a moment that should have been full of pride instead leave emotional scars for the fans? Not a few fans felt disappointed and sad at the same time. Many of them wondered, why didn't Jungkook stay with Taehyung to accompany him during a temporary recovery? Hasn't their closeness always appeared solid in public? Why did a sudden distance emerge so clearly, especially in such a crucial moment? These questions haunted ARMY discussions across platforms, from Twitter to TikTok, from international fan forums to mainstream media. Some suspect that this decision may be related to personal or professional agendas. Yet, there is also analysis that Jin's injury recovery became the main reason. Was Taehyung assigned to remain in Los Angeles for medical reasons? Or was there a strategic calculation from the agency that was never disclosed to the public? If that is the case, why was this information not communicated openly? Could this be a form of crisis management that lacks transparency? This context becomes more complex as the public sees two different narratives. On one hand, Jungkook returning to Korea alone is seen as a sign of professionalism, that he continued his schedule despite internal issues. On the other hand, Taehyung's absence creates the impression that there are unresolved matters. Doesn't the absence of one member during such a big schedule trigger more speculation than answers? Fans reacted strongly. Many comments on social media questioned fairness and solidarity among members. Why did Taehyung seem to be left alone? Why didn't Jungkook accompany him? Was this decision truly made individually, or was there management intervention? If Taehyung really remained in Los Angeles for temporary recovery, why was this not clearly announced to avoid misunderstanding? These questions further strengthen suspicion that there is a narrative deliberately obscured. Furthermore, this case reveals the fragile side of the global entertainment industry. In a world that is fast-paced and constantly spotlighted, even a small injury can trigger massive speculation. Jin's hand injury may look simple, but the domino effect is clearly extraordinary. The public began to ask, is all of this just coincidence? Or is there a larger scenario deliberately designed to create drama in front of the media? What if this event is actually part of a sensationalism strategy often used to sustain public attention? Until now, there has been no official statement clearly explaining why Taehyung remained in Los Angeles. This lack of clarification is what makes the issue spin endlessly in the public sphere. Without clear information, speculation will always grow wild. And this is where the public is challenged. Are we truly certain that all the information circulating on social media reflects reality? Or are we merely consumers of a narrative engineered to generate temporary waves of attention? Ultimately, this issue is not only about Taehyung, Jungkook, or Jimin. It is a mirror of how modern media works. Information spreads so quickly, fans' emotions ignite in seconds, while the truth is often hidden behind a veil that is hard to penetrate. Therefore, it is important to emphasize that the real truth of this event still needs further verification. We invite readers, especially ARMY, not to be trapped only by emotions and speculation. Ask yourself, are you truly convinced that this news is entirely real? Or could it simply be a fabrication deliberately created to shake your emotions? Are we witnessing a fact? Or are we instead being shown a carefully crafted performance? This reflection is important, because in the digital information era, skepticism is not indifference but maturity of thought. Do not let yourself become a victim of hoaxes created solely for sensation. Take every news as material for critical reflection. And amid the noise of these rumors, the greatest question still lingers. Are we reading reality, or merely an illusion polished by media? The shocking news regarding the reason Taehyung did not return to Korea with Jungkook and other BTS members has sparked an even wider wave of questions among fans. The public was shocked to hear that Jimin suffered a hand injury when throwing the first pitch at Dodgers Stadium, an incident that should have been considered simple, but instead triggered prolonged speculation. The question is, did this information truly happen as reported, or is it merely a narrative exaggerated to create drama in the public eye? Shouldn't we be careful before swallowing whole every detail spread on social media? ARMY's reactions across platforms, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, showed shock and sadness. Many asked why Jungkook chose to return to Korea earlier without accompanying Taehyung, who was reported to have to remain in Los Angeles. But did Jungkook really have that choice freely? Or were there managerial factors and tight schedules forcing him to return sooner? Did the media judge too quickly that this decision reflected indifference? Or was there actually a reason we don't yet know? When such news spreads, we must ask, how accurate are the sources? The fact that this news went viral through short clips, brief posts, and speculative comments should make us more suspicious. Can a few seconds of viral video truly serve as strong evidence to explain the complex dynamics between BTS members? Or are we trapped in a cycle of consuming information that prioritizes sensation over truth? Furthermore, news of Jin's injury at Dodgers Stadium must be analyzed carefully. Was the injury really so serious that it affected Taehyung's decision not to return with the others? Or could this narrative have been exaggerated to create dramatization amid global fan enthusiasm? If Jin was truly injured, where is the official medical report supporting this claim? Why has there been no direct clarification from management until now? Could the absence of an official statement itself be a sign that this news is still far from certainty? Such phenomena raise a deeper question. How far is the public willing to accept information without confirmation? Each time shocking news emerges, spontaneous reactions are colored by sadness, anger, or even accusations against certain parties. But is it right for us to conclude so quickly without filtering truth from rumor? Shouldn't critical thinking be the first step before forming an opinion? If we observe more closely, a recurring pattern appears every time BTS attends major events. Social media immediately fills with claims, rumors, and narratives that often contradict each other. Is this merely a reflection of global enthusiasm, or are there parties deliberately shaping public opinion for certain benefits? Is the drama surrounding BTS part of their reality as celebrities, or a fabrication constructed to keep public attention alive? It must be emphasized again that the information currently circulating comes from various media sources, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and others, whose credibility often cannot be assured. Don't we often find that what goes viral is not a reflection of what is true? What if the news about Taehyung, Jungkook, and Jin is just another example of manipulated information repeated until it looks real? The next question to be asked is, why is the public more likely to believe emotional information over factual reports? Is it because dramatic narratives stir curiosity and sympathy more strongly? If that is true, aren't we as media consumers reinforcing the culture of sensationalism? And if this is indeed the case, are we aware that we are participating in spreading hoaxes? In this context, it is crucial to emphasize that not everything reported is fact. Could the narrative about Jungkook leaving Taehyung alone in Los Angeles merely be a framing strategy by the media to spark controversy? Isn't such a statement more likely to provoke emotions than provide logical explanations? If there are indeed medical and managerial reasons, why does the public instead prefer to focus on supposed drama among members? In the end, the most critical question is, do we truly want to know the truth, or do we simply want to enjoy the sensation of each piece of news that appears? Is our role as audience only to consume drama, or should we bear the moral responsibility of evaluating information objectively? With all these questions, we emphasize that it is important for every reader not to be trapped in a single perspective. If this news is true, there will surely be an official clarification soon. But if it turns out to be a hoax, isn't this an important lesson that we must be more skeptical of viral information? Therefore, we invite you to reflect. Are you truly sure this event is real, or is it all a fabrication to attract media attention? Are you willing to hold back emotions before rushing to conclusions? Or will you continue to let yourself be swept away by the endless stream of sensationalism? One thing is certain,